What is up, guys? I'm here in another video review, and today I'm going to be reviewing, I forgot what I was about to review. Oh yeah, Scream 2. I'm kidding, I'm reviewing Wes Craven's Scream. I will be reviewing the Scream movies every week, same as the thing I'm doing for Infinity War. But this time, there's nothing for me to lead up to. I just want to review them all. Especially Scream 4, because that's a very colorful movie. Let's get on to Scream. So, Wes Craven's Scream, I don't need to talk about how influential it was to the horror genre. This movie is the most influential movie, in my opinion, ever made. You had to think about it. We were coming off of things like Child's Play 3. We were coming off of things like, well, it didn't come out until a year later, but Batman and Robin. Things that we don't talk about. We were coming off of what was considered one of the worst horror movies that were made, Alien 3. I personally enjoyed it, as did Matt Brando. Fun fact. I would say that Alien 3 is a good solid second place in my Alien rankings. Anyway, I do have to actually review the Alien movies. Not looking forward to reviewing Resurrection. So there's your next series for you guys. What the fuck did I just do? Anyway, so as I've stated, Scream is one of the most influential movies of the entirety of it's probably the most influential movie that will ever come out until Infinity War, and that's saying a lot because it came out almost 30 years ago. It came out in 2016. Last year, Scream 2 had its 20th anniversary. Love that movie. That's my number one favorite horror movie of all time. And for 2 years from now, Scream 2 will have its 20th anniversary, which I'm really looking forward to. Oh my god. I can't wait to talk about Scream 3. And when we get, I hope, hopefully, that when all of them turn 20 years old, we get a 20th anniversary collection set, which would be awesome. Not necessarily for Scream 4, because, of course, when that'll turn 20, the rest of them will be 30. So I hope we get Scream 2, and Scream 3 all in a collector's set Blu-ray case for a December, or when did Scream 3 come out? I think it had to be sometime during the summer though, or maybe it was December 2000. But I want a case of all of them that comes out when Scream 3 came out. That would be awesome. I'd buy it immediately. I want that. Give it to me, please. Fun fact, it is the only horror movie I've seen to have Drew Barrymore in it. Yes. Riot all you want at me, people. Drew Barrymore is someone that I don't necessarily watch. I didn't even know she was in Batman, not Batman and Robin, but Batman Forever, until I watched the Movie Trivia Schmodown, Spectacular 2. I just found that out then. I was like, wait, Drew Barrymore was in a Batman movie? Which one? Because I have fond memories of watching Batman Forever. It's just, I don't remember Batman Forever that much. For all I know, Drew Barrymore could have been playing the main character. I don't even remember the main female character's name. Wasn't it like Robin or Vixen or something? I don't know. I need to rewatch Batman Forever. Because fun fact, in preparation for Aquaman, I'm going to be reviewing every Batman movie in existence. So, yay. I don't even know how many Batman movies there are. There's the Adam West, there's the two Burtons, then two Schumacher, and then and then there's the 3 Nolan, so 8. So I have to start that. Aquaman comes out in December, so I have to start that in April. Great. I'm gonna have fun keeping up with a long series like that, because I didn't even keep it up with my Transformers reviews, because I wasn't even thinking about it. Then again, school was around. I was like, and by the time Aquaman comes out, I'll be in high school, so well, I'll be halfway through high school, but that's gonna blow. That's gonna suck so much. Ugh. But the thing is, we have multiple things to review over the course of the next few weeks. So let's talk about Scream, finally. I barely even talked about it in the 5-minute video that this has become, and I want it to be condensed. Like, this movie introduced, this was obviously Neve Campbell's first American film. She was mostly in Canadian features. Courtney Cox coming off of Friends and that popularity, and she wanted to play Gale, and she wanted to play what she described as a bitchy character, and that's really cool, that because nobody thought she could pull it off. Like, she's too much of a nice girl. She's too much of a nice girl. And then they end up, like, watching her audition, and we end up seeing the finished product, and I hate Gale. As much as I think Courtney Cox is a beautiful woman, I hate Gale in the first Scream. The second Scream, she's better. Not in terms of acting, it's the same thing. It's just her performance in terms of, oh, I'm a bitch, like that. I think she portrayed that better in the first one than in the subsequent sequels, except for Scream 4, but then again, I don't like that movie. It sucks. Let's just say that. That's going to be a great time reviewing, just saying. And to be quite frankly honest, I think that Scream 2 got the best performance out of her. David Arquette, great as Dewey. He was originally supposed to die in the original script, and they're like, no, we can't kill Dewey. He's too funny. He's too good. And they decided to reshoot that entire ending sequence, because originally he was supposed to die. And we got him carried off on a stretcher, which can't tell you how many times that irritated me in Scream 2. As much as I love that movie, I gave it an A+ when I reviewed it, and now that I rewatch it over and over and over, I notice these little things. I was just watching Scream, like, before I shot this video, and I noticed that when Drew Barrymore is walking around the kitchen, like, there's this little fish eye kind of thing that follows her around, and it's so bugging. It's so irritating to me. I don't like it. I wish they would have edited it out, or they just couldn't because of the camera they were using, which really sucks. Obviously, all of the performances are solid. This is a great movie. Tatum, she was one of my favorite characters, obviously, since she dies. That kind of sucks. I was hoping to see Rose McGowan as Tatum a bit more, and then she died. So I was like, fuck. I took a BuzzFeed quiz, and it was, which Scream character are you? I apparently got Stu Macher. Stu was kind of my favorite character. Matthew Lillard. I'm so sorry for him, because immediately after the Scream success, he just... Scooby-Doo. Why? Why, Mr. Lillard? Why? And then Skeet Ulrich, I was like, yeah, his performance was solid. I liked it. And now I see him in Riverdale, and but the only thing I can think of, that's Billy Loomis. Occasionally I'll think, oh, he's F.P. Jones, but most of the time I'm like, hey, that's Billy Loomis. I know him. Yeah, that's Billy Loomis. That's really what he's famous for, and that really kind of sucks that half the time that I watch a show, even as convincing of a character as F.P. Jones is, that I only see him as Billy Loomis. But hey, Billy Loomis had an awesome death. Personally, my favorite kill in the entire movie, it doesn't go to Billy, even though I think that he had the most beaten on him, which was kind of cool. I don't think it was, to be honest, as much as I love Dead Meat and I love James's opinion, even though I don't know him in real life, We only know each other through the internet. That's it. And I've never even spoken to him, aside from, like, a comment on his Instagram page. And I was like, oh, would you recommend this to somebody? Because since you read Gerald's Game in the 8th grade and I'm in the 8th grade, would you recommend this to me? And then he responds, and I respond, and I said, I only asked because I'm reading The Shining right now. I finished The Shining. I have to review it. I saw it after I read it. That movie, the book, is fantastic, even though I think that there are certain subplots from the book that were removed perfectly from The Shining. Don't understand why Stephen King disowns it. It is fantastic. So, all in all, I love Scream. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's not the best horror movie of all time. I think there are better movies. It's definitely not even close to top 50 best movies of all time. In terms of influential, like in terms of how influential the movie was, I'd say it's a good solid 6. But I don't think that anything is... I would say its sequel is better. I don't want to say the third is better, even though I like the third more than the first. I would definitely say, like, if I would send my ranking of the entire Scream franchise goes 2, 3, 1, 4, and when that may sound like, really? You're putting what? You're putting Scream right above Scream 4. And you're putting Scream 3 in what should be Scream's place. And I am aware of what those people will say to me. And it's just my opinion. I think that Scream 3, in my opinion, is a better film. Obviously, Scream 2, most of the people of the horror community agree that it is better than the first. I'm one of those very little... I'm in that minority of people that are like, Scream 4 is like the worst Scream movie we've had, by far. So yeah, that's with that discussion and a solid ranking of all the Scream films, I'm going to give Scream an A-. I think repeated viewings of it give more and more to it. Kind of like what Jurassic Park does for me. The more I watch it, the more I think it is great and great and great. But then again, I always see it as a timeless classic. It's more or less the case with Jurassic World. But yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, @TheDomoNation. See you next time, guys. Peace out.